Welcome to Continental Europe. In Ticket to Ride Europe Edition, 2 to 5 players will be playing as railroad magnates, vying for control of the various routes between different cities. Will you be the one to conquer European transportation? If so, come get a ticket to ride. Hey all, welcome back to the Board Game Archives. This video will be covering Ticket to Ride Europe, the second Ticket to Ride game that we've covered here on this channel. We've also covered the original Ticket to Ride North America version, so if you find yourself enjoying this specific video, we highly encourage you to go check that one out. These two videos are independent of each other, however, so you don't need to watch one in order to fully understand and enjoy the other. As always, we're going to explain how we do reviews here at the Board Game Archives, then give an overview on how the game plays, and then finally give the actual review. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we hope you enjoy.
Here at the Board Game Archives, we review on 5 categories: accessibility, replayability, aesthetics, cost, and time. Each category can earn anywhere between 0 and 5 stars, for a grand total of 0 to 25 stars. Games closer to 25 stars are amazing, while games closer to 0 need some work in our opinion. Also, video chapters will be provided for an easier viewing experience.
As stated in the intro, Ticket to Ride Europe has anywhere between 2 to 5 players playing head-to-head as rival railroad magnates. Players will take turns claiming these multicolored routes. Each route gives players different point totals depending on how long the route is. The goal of the game is to earn as many points as possible. Whether that be through as many routes as possible or as long of routes as possible is up to you. Routes can be claimed by using these multicolored train cars, which can be claimed at every single turn. Players can claim routes 2 at a time. They can claim 2 face up, 2 in the stack, or 1 of each. Likewise, that rainbow card in the top left can only be claimed by itself. To claim a route, players must put down cards that match in number and color. For instance, we just put down 3 orange cards, so we get to claim this 3 orange square route. Players will receive 45 train cards of each color, as well as 3 train stations. If you are attempting to put trains in a row, but somebody else interrupts that row, putting down a train station will allow you to essentially use your opponent's train cars as if they're your own. Some specific routes have specific rules attached to them. For instance, these gray ones with these little logos on them are ferries. Each space that is gray on its own must be of the same color, but you can play whichever color you'd like. For instance, let's say 4 pinks, 4 oranges, 4 greens. And every gray spot that has a logo specifically must be a rainbow card. These spiky routes, meanwhile, are mountainous routes, and they're a bit tricky. In order to claim a mountainous route, you must reveal the top 3 cards from the deck. If any of them match the same color that you are attempting to play, you must provide an additional card for each color that you get. As an example, let's use the 3 squared black route between Pamplona and Madrid. Before I can claim it, I must reveal the top 3 cards from the deck. We get a pink, we get a green, and our third one is a black. Because that third card we revealed is a black card, and we're attempting to claim a black route, we must play 4 black cards even though it's only a 3 square route. And lastly are these gray routes. So usually whenever you have a route, like the red one for instance, you just play the same number of cards as there are squares. But there are no gray cards. So you can pick whatever color you would like, provided that they're all the same. So for instance, 4 pinks, 4 yellows, 4 blacks, whatever you would like. One last thing of note are the route cards. So these route cards have players try and connect one city to another. It does not matter how you get there, as long as you can get from point A to point B in one continuous go. If you can manage to complete a route, you earn the number of points listed on the card. But if you cannot complete a route by the end of the game, then you lose that amount of points, so it's a gamble to do these route cards. As mentioned previously, whoever has the most points by the end of the game wins the game. Points can be earned by claiming routes, by completing route cards, or by saving your train stations. You earn 4 points for every train station you have left by the end of the game.
Time for our review. For Ticket to Ride Europe, we'll be giving an accessibility score of 3.5 out of 5 stars. The game is relatively easy to pick up and play, as the gameplay revolves around picking up and playing cards. Though our main concern comes from the different types of routes, we honestly had trouble understanding the mountain routes, and the concept of the train station has confused several others we've played with. Overall, 3.5 stars for accessibility seems reasonable to us.
For replayability, Ticket to Ride Europe will earn a very well-deserved 5 out of 5 stars. What's so nice about Ticket to Ride, the entire franchise, and especially the Europe edition, is that it's both complex and simple. Once you get a hang of the game, it's really easy to start playing to get better into it, and then as you start to play more games, it is really easy to develop new strategies and see how you can work with and against the players you're playing with. Because it's so easy to get into and develop strategies, we feel that this game is very replayable.
For aesthetics, Ticket to Ride Europe will get a 5 out of 5 stars. Ticket to Ride Europe is a beautiful game. The pieces, the cards, and even the board game are all beautiful. They're also well made. The pieces look and feel well crafted. We don't see the pieces going bad anytime soon, so 5 stars are well deserved.
For time, we're going to give Ticket to Ride Europe 4 out of 5 stars. Playtime as listed on the box is between 30 and 60 minutes. However, we found that the time can actually vary wildly depending on who's playing and what the strategies are. For instance, if it's only 2 players and y'all are playing as fast as physically possible, it may not take that long. But a family of 5 who are playing with strategies and waiting could be a lot longer than 60 minutes. Because games may last longer than an hour depending on who you're playing with, we're going to subtract a full star for time.
Lastly, for cost, we're going to give Ticket to Ride Europe 4.5 out of 5 stars. We personally bought Ticket to Ride Europe at our local Target for $45. And while the game certainly has lots to offer, we're concerned that the price may be too much for people to spend on a singular board game. While people certainly have to pay high to get the game, we believe that it's well worth it.
And so overall, we're going to give Ticket to Ride Europe a grand total of 22 out of 25 stars. While we did have our complaints here and there, the complaints are very small. For instance, only a few specific routes, or the amount of time you would play only if you have a certain set of people playing. And so overall, we're very pleased with the final product. At the time of us recording and posting this, Christmas is coming up, and so if you're looking to buy a specific board game for a loved one, then Ticket to Ride Europe is definitely a great game for you. Thank y'all so much for watching this far. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. P.S. Real ones know we do vinyls of the week at the very end of a video, and realer ones know Joan Jett and the Black Hearts.